Speaking. Good morning, Biswajit. Good morning. Yes, somebody else also raised their hand. Who is that? Mahesh. Yeah, Mahesh, tell me.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Yes.
Today I want to speak about Mr. Vishweshwaraya, Saram Vishweshwaraya.
Okay. So you're speaking. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
So, Mr. Saram Vishweshwaraya, he was born in Karnataka. Before this called as before independence, this is called as a Mysuru, old Mysuru. So he was born around 1840 to 1852 around. So he is born in middle class family. So he struggled very well when he was even in study. So around daily he was walk from his native place Muddenahalli to his school Chikkaballapur, around 15 kilometers per day one side. Around 30 kilometers he was walk for his education. Then he will study. He was study with the street under the street lamp. So then he will he studied very well and get engineering degree in Pune University. Then he was he worked as a civil engineer later in Pune. After that, he worked under the Mysuru Samsthana. So it was in Karnataka. It is there in Karnataka. So under the king, the king ruled by Nalwadi Krishna Raja Odiyar. So on that time, he makes very memorable and long life projects to under his ruling area. So he built Krishna Raja Sagara Dam. So this is the one of the famous dam in the Karnataka. So and also he put a plant of a Mysore sandal soap in Bangalore, and like that many hospitals. Also he is the founder of State Bank of Karnataka to on that time. So these are all the many works he did, and when he was in Mysore Diwan of a Mysuru. So that's it, ma'am.
All right. Very nice. Well shared, Mahesh. So Mahesh, if you have to answer one of these questions, for example, does he have some kind of qualities that you admire? As a person, what about him do you admire?
Yeah. So what are the works he did? It is for his mankind.
Fortune Adani ka hai?
So you admire that about him?
Yes, ma'am.
Edible
That
oil,
he did a lot of work for
ये सब
people
अडानी
and for
अरे यार
society
बहुत
in
बड़ा नाम है
general.
Yes,
Fortune
society,
का
and then
brand है
even today you are getting the benefits from his work.
Right.
हाँ तो वो तो पता
And
थी ये तो
how did
राजनीति
you
से
get
बना
to
हुआ है
know
ना ये भी
about
तो अपना
him?
पूरा वैसे ही
How did
बना
you
हुआ है
come to know
ऊपर
about him?
I'm not getting, ma'am.
I mean to say, how did you come to know about him? Did you read about him in the
ईश्वर ने
paper?
निकाला
Yes, ma'am. We are read about his stories in our textbooks when I was in primary school and middle school. So his village also nearer to our village, native place. So that's why I saw his birthplace also, visited many times. So that we are fan of. I am a fan of his work.
Wonderful.
And yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Have you ever met him?
No, ma'am. He's passed away in 1952. He was passed.
Sorry. I didn't pay attention to that.
His name, full name is Moksha Gundam Vishwesharaya.
Okay. Maybe I will
So
check.
also his birthday is celebrated as the Engineer's Day.
Oh, okay. All right. That's wonderful.
That's all, ma'am.
Okay. Good job, Mahesh. Good, at least you're not hesitating and you're speaking about whatever you want to express. So keep that up. Keep your practice. Just one thing
Yes,
straight, Mahesh, just focus a little bit on your past tense. For
yes, ma'am.
example,
Okay.
I'll just give you an example so you can understand. He was studied. He was studied.
He was studied.
Don't need to put was over there, right? Because studied is already
studied.
past tense.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
just what you can do is practice some exercises of how to use simple past tense.
Okay, ma'am.
Simple past tense exercises. Google this. Practice some simple past tense exercises so that you get the habit of not putting extra verbs. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks, Mahesh. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're going next. Meera, hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I want to speak on APJ Abdul Kalam, ma'am.
Sure.
Okay. My famous personality, I can say that he is Dr. Abdul Kalam. Ma'am?
Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to say once again, guys, जब आप लोग बात नहीं कर रहे हो ना, तो प्लीज म्यूट पे रखो अपने आप को. बार बार नहीं तो मुझे म्यूट डालना पड़ता है. डिस्टर्बिंग. तो अगर आप बात नहीं कर रहे हो तो म्यूट पे रहो. It's as simple as that. Meera, sorry. So sorry.
Yes,
Go.
yes. Okay, ma'am. My famous personality is Dr. Abdul Kalam. As we know about him very well, that he is a good and humble person, we can say. And as we know that Abdul Kalam was born in Tamil Nadu in 1931, and his father was a hard-working boat maker, but he was very conscious for his son's proper education. And Dr. Abdul Kalam went to school, college, and institute. And as we know that Abdul Kalam is the first scientist and who became the president of India, and he he was basically a rocket scientist, we can say. And uh, as we know that he was very simple person, and we can say that he was down to earth personality. And he joined the Defense Research Development Organization and shifted to India Space Research Organization. So we know him about a missile man. And and he was the president of India. And I read about him that when he passed away, he has only means, four clothes pair. And uh, now we know that he is not more, but people admire him. And he is very polite and well mannered person, we can say. And we know Dr. Abdul Kalam as a missile man. So I can say that means he is very inspirational person for me, because he came from a small village and reached, we can say, top of the post of in India. And he was very hard working person, we can say. And which he means achieved in his life because of his hard work. And means this hard working means give us inspiration, inspiration that we should do work. We should do hard. We should do hard work in our life, so we can achieve our goal. We can say that nothing is impossible for a human being if he is dedicated towards his goal, and for that he has to do hard work, ma'am.
All right, very nice, Meera. Very well shared. You spoke about what you admire in Kalam sir and a little bit about his life as well. You shared with us. Very well spoken, Meera.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. This is just not something to discuss particularly, but maybe because you were speaking, in a flow. So four pairs of clothes, not four clothes of pair, right?
Okay,
Four
okay, ma'am.
pairs of clothes. And
Okay.
he's not more, no, he's no more.
No more.
No more. When someone has passed away, we would say he or she is no more. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. So, guys, just for the ones who are speaking next, you can speak on the person that you want to talk about. Also, try to keep in mind the points I have written on the screen. Try to use those questions to speak about what you want to say. Try to answer those questions while you are speaking. Okay, keep that also in mind. So, Kushant, you're going next, right?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, ma'am, I want to speak on Sunil Chetri, the captain of Indian national football team. Mm, So I know him since my childhood. My father used to like do catering business in Ambedkar Stadium, Delhi. So he was already into football and all. But I used to play cricket at that time, but my friend introduced me to the game football. So I developed interest in it, and I used to go to watch matches. And there is a tournament happened that time in Ambedkar Stadium. It's called Duran Cup, and it's a army tournament. Army organized that tournament, and every big clubs and teams participate in that tournament. So Sunil Chetri was there, and he was playing for a club from Punjab, and he's from Delhi only. And so, when I saw him playing, and he's very like short, and he's 5'6" or 5'5", I think. And so he's the example for all the like short footballers who think that people think that only like tall and muscular players can play football, but he totally like he changed the like mentality of people that anybody can play football. Football can our like hands and our like foot and our body is just the equipment, but our main thing is to play to like we have a really sharp mind to play football. So he was a very intelligent player. I became a fan since I watch him playing. So ma'am, I started playing football, and there is a summer camp, coaching camp going on in summer holidays. So everybody's like participate in that tournament and try to learn things. So I go there and I saw him, and he was the chief guest at that tournament and at that summer camp. And because he was playing for Indian national team, so association invite him, and everybody see him, and he was so like he was giving us some like tips and what we need to do, and we should, because we were like totally admire that quality of him. And since now when he's very consistent, and he's the third highest goal scorer in the world. Like first is Cristiano, second is Messi, and third is Sunil Chetri. Although we are not a very good footballing country is as compared to European and South American countries, but still he is in that list and he is in top three. So this is like incredible. So I always admire his work and his achievements. And he won us so many trophies, won us so many tournaments. So, and he's Bharat Ratna also. And